This Allegro section is the fourth movement of the Concerto Grosso, Opus 6, number 1 in G major, composed in the Baroque era for string orchestra by George Frederick Handel. It is written in a fugal contrapuntal style, where each section is given important material, and then that is traded back and forth. This arrangement is a reduction of an originally 7-part texture, and the original solos have been integrated into the arranged string orchestra parts. The sections of a string orchestra, or within a full orchestra, as you'll see later with the symphony, are comprised of 5 parts. We have first violins, second violins, viola, cello, and double bass. The first violins usually play the higher notes and more melodies than the second violins, who play more harmonic lines at slightly lower pitches. If you're familiar with a typical orchestra seating, then it's likely you're used to seeing the second violins seated next to the first violins, which are opposite the cellos on the outside of the stage. However, that seating arrangement is modern and would not have been used as commonly during Handel's lifetime. The modern seating that you're more familiar with became standard during the recording era, when treble and bass instruments needed to be grouped together on stage to use microphone equipment effectively to produce quality recordings. So during the Baroque era, the second violin section was utilized to echo melodic statements of the first violins, and it was an independent voice rather than purely a harmonic one. Therefore, to highlight that aspect of the Baroque era composition, the violin sections were commonly seated on opposite sides of the stage to create a stereo sound effect for the audience. We are performing in this seating arrangement tonight to recreate a more authentic Baroque era performance. We hope you enjoy the stereo effect of the violin sections and the centered strength of the viola, cello, and bass sections.